Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to be predicting every single match this week in League One. Now, last week, the only one that I predicted was Barnsley, and it was Barnsley to win 3-0, and they ended up winning 3-1, so that was a close one, so hopefully I can get these right. Let's go into the video. I'm going to start off with Port Vale versus Cardiff. So, in the last week, Cardiff beat Peterborough 2-1, and Port Vale lost 2-1. And Port Vale were down 2-0 in 29 minutes. And also Cardiff created a lot of chances versus Peterborough. Obviously Cardiff were in League One last season, so because of that I do think Cardiff will get the win. And I think that Port Vale probably will not score, so I have the prediction of 2-0 to Cardiff. Okay, so next I've got Peterborough versus Luton. So Peterborough lost 2-1 to Cardiff, and Luton beat Wimbledon 1-0. I thought that Luton were a pretty good side against Wimbledon, but I think they'll just get better than they were. And I think Peterborough didn't do great against Cardiff, and I think it'll be a tough one again against Luton, but I think that they will almost get the win, and I think it'll be Luton 2, Peterborough 1. Now next I've got Huddersfield versus Reading. Now I think Huddersfield have got a great squad. They've been playing well. They beat Leyton Orient 3-0 last week, and Reading lost 2-0 to Lincoln. So I think since Huddersfield created a lot of chances and they converted them very well, Reading created chances but they struggled to convert them. I think that Huddersfield will not have too much of a challenge, and I have Huddersfield 2-0. Now next we've got Wimbledon versus Lincoln. Now Lincoln beat Reading 2-0, and Wimbledon narrowly lost 1-0 to Luton because of a late goal from Luton. Now, because Wimbledon just lost 1-0 to Luton, and Luton are one of the favourites to get promoted, I do think this will be a very close one. So I've got Wimbledon 1, Lincoln 1. Now, we have got Barnsley versus Bolton. Now, I might be a bit biased, but I'll try to put my bias aside for this one. I do think that Barnsley had one of their hardest matches away against Plymouth, one of the favourites, and they did win 3-1, and I thought that was a very convincing win. They played great, their midfield played great, their defence was pretty good, and we do have Shepherd suspended because of a very dodgy decision by the ref. But even though we have him suspended, I think Bolton did play well in their last match, but I do think Barnsley will play even better. I think Barnsley have strong defence, strong midfield, strong attack, and I think that will put them ahead. I think Barnsley will win 3-0. Now we've got a match with two teams that lost their firsts and will be wanting to win this really badly. We've got Bolton versus Plymouth. Now, Plymouth are away, and I do think that Plymouth against Barnsley, their defence was very shaky. Their defence was a bit on the rough side, so they will need to improve on that. And they don't have an out-and-out striker as well, so I think that will put them in a disadvantage for this match. But Watts did play great against Barnsley, so I do think that Plymouth will score a goal, but I do think that Bolton will win this one 2-1. Next, we've got Exeter versus Blackpool. Now, Exeter lost 1-0 to Doncaster and didn't create much. And Blackpool narrowly lost to Stevenage 3-2. So because of that, because Blackpool did just lose to Stevenage and Exeter struggled to create chances, I do think that Blackpool will win 1-0. Next, we've got Leyton Orient versus Wigan. Now, Leyton Orient created lots, but did lose 3-0 to Huddersfield, and Wigan beat Northampton 3-1. They had a great start to the season. But Leyton Orient are at home, so I do think that Leyton Orient will be wanting to win this, and they'll be at home, so I do think that they will create the chances, and they will convert them. So I do think that it will be a close one, but I'm giving it 2-2. Now next we've got Mansfield versus Doncaster. Mansfield didn't do great in their last match, and they will want points, and Mansfield have home advantage, but Doncaster did win their last game, so I do think it will be a really close one, but I think it will just finish 1-1. Now for this next one, we've got Bradford City versus Northampton. Now, I do think Bradford City were playing convincing in their last match. They played great, they scored goals, and Northampton didn't play too great against Wigan, lost 3-1, so I do think that this one will end in a 2-1 win from Bradford City. The second last match of this week is Stevenage versus Rotherham. Both of those teams won their first matches, and I don't see Rotherham winning this. Stevenage at home. Stevenage did win 3-2 in their last match, and I do see Stevenage winning this. But because they both won, both played quite well in their last match, I do see it being tight, and I've got Stevenage 2-1 win. Now for the last match of this weekend, we've got Wycombe versus Stockport County. Wycombe lost against Bradford City, Stockport won. And I do think that will take its toll. The fact that Stockport had a great start to the season, Wycombe didn't. And I do think that Stockport will win this 2-1 against Wycombe. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to put your predictions in the comments. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.